why your anger is good, and what it's trying to tell you. It can be really easy to get caught up in fluffy spiritual practices. You know the ones, the think positive all the time types of philosophies. And while I do think that positive thinking has its merits and is certainly vital in living a happy and healthy life, let's not throw everything else by the wayside. A lot of what we label as negative isn't really negative. Talking specifically about anger in this context. In fact, I believe anger to be deeply positive because at its root is pure light, pure love, pure happiness, pure joy. The anger ensues when we feel these pure emotions are threatened or compromised. Our anger is our internal barometer, except instead of measuring atmospheric pressure, it's measuring emotional pressure. It's the check engine light telling us we need to look under the hood. Our ability to recognize and feel anger is vital. It is a catalyst when it is fully felt and transformed. So what is your anger trying to tell you? The list can be endless, but here are the main three answers that come up most often. Number one, pain. Specifically, you're trying to avoid it. Our anger quickly builds when we're trying to avoid painful situations, whether it be experiences or people. Pain is essential in our growth and evolution. The avoidance of pain, however, becomes anger. Anger that is not transformed evolves into resentment and rage, two things that are detrimental to a fulfilling life. When we are in pain, we instinctively go to anger in an effort to discharge the discomfort. Getting angry is easier. Most of us were taught that pain was a symptom of weakness, and so we learned to numb it, to deny it, or to skate right past it, straight into anger. Denying ourselves the right to be angry because we perceive it as negative also denies our pain. So if you're angry, ask yourself, what hurts? Where am I in pain? Look deeper and tend to it with love and compassion. Number two, that we aren't aligned with how we want to feel or live. It can be really hard to pinpoint how we want to feel as we go through life or what quality of life we want to live. We're so used to living in chaos that it can be hard to fathom living any other way. But here's where it gets real. While it can be hard to vocalize or illustrate what we want for our lives, because on the surface we seem to have no idea, our anger can shed some light. Volumes of light, actually. Look at your anger. Sit with it instead of suppressing it or ignoring it. Ask yourself, why am I angry? What emotions, beliefs, or plans for my life do I feel have been compromised? While it can be hard to figure out what we want, especially when staring at a blank journal page, we can easily reverse engineer our desired emotions or path by looking at why we're angry. Number three, when an injustice threatens our core beliefs. Whether it be a social injustice or political injustice, when something threatens beliefs that we hold to be true or sacred at the very center of our beings, anger is guaranteed to follow. This is our call to action. It is our moment to take a stand, to speak up. Whether it be in our families, in our communities, or on a much larger scale, what is tugging at your heartstrings? Inequality? Racism? Homophobia? Animal cruelty? Environmental sustainability? Whatever is getting you wired up, use your anger as a call to action. Let it be a catalyst to get your voice heard and make a positive change in the world. If you're waiting for someone to send a hero to come and save the day, stop waiting. It's you. You have been sent, and that is what your anger is trying to tell you. Now let me ask you, what kind of anger have you been suppressing? What has it been keeping you from? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd be truly grateful if you shared it. Sending you love. Stay strong, warriors.